very excited to say that I'm joined on the line right now by genre-hopping bedroom producer, songwriter and musician, The Lemon Police. The Lemon Police is the solo project of UEA medical student Nav, who we first met a couple years ago on our show for young people, The Social. Since then, she's sent us an incredible series of totally different tracks, building up to her album Teeth, which is due out later this year. And in January, we received my favourite track yet from The Lemon Police. It's understated, melancholy indie pop track called Anaesthetic, which I've been spinning for weeks on the show. You'll no doubt have heard this track before from me. And tonight, Nav joins me on the line to tell us all about it. Hey Nav, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm great.
It's really good to have you back on the show. It's been a little while. And in that time, you've been really busy with multiple things. One of those things is, of course, that you're still in the midst of your medical degree, which I imagine has taken up a lot of your time over all of this. How's it all going?
Yeah, it's going good. I've finished 4 years and I'm on a gap year right now. And then next year will be my last year. So quite exciting.
How are you feeling about being finished?
Excited, but also very scared.
Yeah. Totally get that feeling. And Nav, take us back to how you first started making music then. Where did your journey into music begin?
So I started making music when I was in A-levels. I used to go to the band practice room at my school just after, like, a day of A-level work. And I used to be the drummer and my friend would be the guitarist and singer. But then, obviously, when we went to uni, I started to pick up more singing and guitar. And, it just went from there, really.
So how did you learn to drum, Nav? Where did that bit begin?
Oh, that just started in A-levels. It was completely random. There was just a drum kit in the room, and my friend was singing with her guitar, and I just thought, why not add some drums to it? And I kind of taught myself and learnt.
And you're very much now a one-woman project. I mean, you do everything yourself. You produce, you play, you write the songs and things. Has music always been a big part of your life? Like, from an early age, were you into music? Or did this just develop on a whim one day?
It literally developed on a whim. I think something about the stress of A-levels and needing, like, an escape from all the sciences I was studying. I think that's where it came out, really. That's pretty much how it started.
And how much has that carried through to the reason that you still make music today?
I still make it today just because I think it's still just like an outlet. Like you need a creative outlet when you're studying something quite difficult and scientific like medicine, I think there are a lot of really creative people in medicine as well. And maybe that's why, because you need like an outlet.
It's very much still a sort of bedroom project at the moment, isn't it, Nav? So, where are you kind of hoping to take this project? I know it's for an outlet and things. Do you want to take it further than that? Are you hoping to perform it live?
Yeah, I've always wanted to perform like open mic nights and stuff. I've done a few, but not many. But I've always wanted to perform live at like gigs and stuff. So hopefully, I feel like if I make more songs, I can kind of perform live, then I can kind of practice and maybe get to that. I don't feel as confident as of yet, but, definitely something I'm working towards.
And you've been making music for such a long time now, Nav, and over that time, I mean, the tracks that you've just sent us, you're so prolific, and every single track that you send us is completely different. So I don't want to ask you the sort of big influences or the genre overall, because I'm sure you can't even pinpoint that. But at the minute, what are some of the big things influencing your music? What kind of style are you focusing on at the moment?
My big, inspirations, especially for the Anaesthetic song, was people like Two Door Cinema Club, Folds, Bombay Bicycle Club, Glass Animals, Foster the People. Just was I wanted to try something with that had lots of layers and lots of electrical instruments playing. So that's what I'm working with now.
So how are you doing that? What does the process look like when it comes to creating a track like that?
So I use this application called GarageBand, and on that you can make your own riffs that repeat themselves on a loop, and there's also some of their own loops available that you can just put together and see what sounds right. So it's a mixture of that, really.
And how long are you spent creating one track? How long does that normally take you?
Anaesthetic took quite long. It took a few months. Like I didn't, I wasn't always working on it, but I wasn't actually going to release it because I thought it was so different to what I usually make. But I wasn't sure how. I didn't know if it was something I wanted to put out there. But I'm glad I did. But honestly, it varies between like a few days and a few months.
Wow. And when you put things out now, at the moment, do you sort of know who's listening? Are you communicating with fans and things, or is this still very much like for you and the people around you?
I think it's pretty much just for me. I mean, I did have an Instagram that I would post things on and a few of my friends would follow. But now it's more just submitting it to you and also to YouTube and stuff like that.
Well, we're so glad that we get to look into this world at least. And I'm so glad that you released this track, Anaesthetic, as well. I'm going to ask you about this one very shortly, and then we're going to play it for everybody again. But before that, I want to talk to you about your upcoming album. I know you've been working on this album for a little while, and it is an album called Teeth. The name has a great origin story. Can you tell us a bit about this?
Well, I was actually dating a dentist, so it started off with kind of, I don't know, you don't really learn a lot about teeth in medicine. That's left to the dentist. So I just thought I'd name it that because I thought it was appropriate. But that didn't last, so there may be more sad songs coming into this album than I originally thought.
And is it sort of a relationship album? Is that the main theme within this album? What are some of the things that you've discussed in it?
I think relationships and honestly just random, like a lot of there's a song called Chemicals that's going to be on it that you've played as well, and I honestly don't know what it's about. It's literally just random experimentation with like whatever I'm feeling at the time. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to play one of the songs that I hope will be featuring on this album that you sent us very recently. This one you sent us in January, a track called Anaesthetic, that I have become obsessed with. Oh, that's great news, love. This is such a beautiful song and a really powerful song as well. Can you tell me a little bit about what this track, Anaesthetic, is all about for you, Nav?
I feel like it's about, you know, how anaesthetic makes you numb. It's about the feelings of numbness kind of after a breakup and just navigating through that, really. That's really what it's about.
And I love that you've done that in this sort of really juxtaposed way of a really like upbeat pop song as well. Why did you decide to do it like that?
I don't know. I think because there's ups and downs with it, because I feel like you meet people for a reason and, you know, you learn things from people and things end for a reason. So there's upsides and downsides to everything. You just got to take it as it is and learn from it.
Now, if people want to hear more of your music and find this album when it comes out as well, have you got stuff up online at the moment? Where can people find you?
Yeah, it's mainly on YouTube right now, but I'm trying to put stuff on like Spotify and Apple Music as well.
Fantastic. Well, here is a track that you can check out and you can hear right now. This is The Lemon Police and Anaesthetic. Now, thank you so much for coming on BBC Introducing.
Thank you.